start our debate. Ayan, as of now, ang team namin is sila Timothy, um, Eliza, and Andrea. So, kami yung pros or team government. As we start, genetic modification involves altering an organism DNA, often to introduce desirable traits or characteristics. So, basically, it is anything that includes adding, deleting, or mutating the DNA of an organism by human intervention. And actually, genetic modification can be done through various methods such as gene editing, adding, removing, or alternating a specific sections of the genetic code of an organism. Transgenic insertion, introducing genes from another species, or mutagenesis, including mutation. Genetic modification is used in agriculture to create crops with increased yield, resistance to pests, or tolerance to herbicides and medicines. It is used to produce pharmaceutical developed disease-resistant animals and potentially treat genetic disorder. Genetic modification has a lot of benefits, such as increased crop yield and quality, reduced need from chemical pesticides and herbicides, improved nutritional content of food, and potential for disease resistance, and tolerance to environmental stress.
Ang kain ko naman po ay si Ate Beheng, si Ate Sola, at si Aloha. So kami yung grupo na against sa genetic editing. Bakit nga ba? Makakabuti nga ba ito sa akin? Wala ba itong epekto? Do we really need to do this or gawin to para lang makapag-adjust sa climate change? Kasi basing sa mga na search ko, isa sa mga reason kung bakit nila ito ginagawa is makapag-adjust sa climate change. Wala ba itong malaking may gugulot na problema sa future natin? Para sa amin malaki. It is food dangerous and also it invites discrimination and it poisons wildlife, especially yung life cycle. It neglects bioterrorism and used to spread viruses. It can also harmfully reduce human diversity. At the same time, increase social inequality. Paano nga ba? Dito papasok yung discrimination and superiority. They will think that they can control the evolution of the genes, di ba? Alam naman natin na ang genetic editing is kayang ibahin ang kulay ng buhok, color ng eyes, and height. So, it can make you look almost perfect. Diba? Which is, hindi naman lahat ng tao is kayang ma-afford to or kayang gawin kong mga ganitong klaseng bagay. Sa panahon natin ngayon, malala na ang discrimination. Paano pa kaya kapag nauso na yung mga ganitong, diba? And also, bioterrorism. Pwede rin magligid ko ng bioterrorism. Like, in the past 100 years, 500 million died from infectious diseases like Ebola. Diba? There is possibility na gamitin nila ito as a bioweapon, katulad sa World War II, where Imperial Japanese Army used bioweapon to kill thousands of people in China. Kasi alam naman natin na genetic editing can construct pathogen that more lethal, harder to detect, and easy to spread. Hindi lang naman gobyerno ang merong kakayanan na gawin yan, pati mga terorista. They can create or make a bacteria na resistant sa antibiotic. na pwede nilang gamitin yun para mag-spread ng mga viruses. Alam naman natin na kung ano ang kayang may gulot yan, lalo na kapag kumalat yan, hindi lang isang bansa, kundi buong mundo ang pwedeng maapektuhan yan. Kaya niyang pabansakin.
Yung take ko naman dito is, maraming benefits ang genetic modification lalong-lalo na sa agricultural sector tsaka sa medicine field. Through this, mas nailalabas pa natin yung efficiency and yung potency ng mga medical plants, and we can even plant it to more powerful plants and we can benefits from it. Yung ibang mga gamot nga na ini-intake natin ngayon ay product ng genetic modification. Maski yung sa mga pagkain, some of it happen to be the results of genetic modification. Di man pansin pero maski sa daily lives natin, part na ng buhay natin yung genetic modification. Wala naman kasing perfectong bagay. Lahat ng ito ay may margin of error. And to facilitate and implement things, syempre meron tayong mga guidelines and regulation na sinusunod. Tsaka, iba-iba rin kasi yung isip ng mga tao, and sad truth about it, sometimes, some people choose their own benefits than the majority. In reality, maraming nagsasabi na sobra-sobra daw ang epekto ng genetic modification sa environment. Pero, if you compare it to other industries, such as transportation, kung saan naglalabas sila ng mga pollutions to the air causing climate change, or mining companies na nagmamina ng mga bundok, tapos nasisira yung mga ecosystem tsaka tahanan ng mga hayop. If you compare it to them, napaka-minimal lang ng epekto ng genetic modification. Tsaka gusto ko lang i-address yung sinabi mo about sa Ebola. There's a certain limitations to human capabilities, and hindi naman lahat kaya nating tapatan. How can we even fight something we can't see or touch? Tsaka some viruses are made by nature. We're not responsible sa mga magiging epekto nito. That's why scientists nakaisip sila na labanan ang mga organism na ito by using the same organism. Ika nga nila, di ba? Par versus par, kasi mas effective yun. And for the environmental effects, yun nga, sabi ko nga kanina, sobrang minimal lang na magiging epekto nito. Magkakaroon man ng mga stronger viruses na mag-emerge, pero kaya nga tayo nabubuhay kasi patuloy tayo nag-step forward. Kasi kapag hinayaan nating mag-stagnated tayo about sa ganto ganyan, hindi tayo mag-thrive as a civilization. Tsaka, sa sinabi mo na tungkol doon sa paggamit ng bioweapon, hindi natin kontrolado yun eh.
Genetic engineering can make deadly pathogens such as pesticide, resistant to modern antibiotic, and this pathogen could kill innocent people if used as a weapon. Possible risk of GS could include creating a new more virus, pest, and pathogen, exacerbating the effect of exist pests through hybridization with related transgenic organism harm to non-target species, such as oil organism, non-pest, insect, bird, and other animals. This disruption of biotic. More problem, genetic engineering can introduce unfavorable characteristic into an organism. For example, bacterial could resist antibiotic, an organism could produce a toxic, or it could cause disease. Genetic therapies hold promise to treat many diseases, but they are still new approach to treat and may risk potential risks could include certain types of cancer, allergy, reaction of damage to organ or tissue in injection involved.
Can have unintended consequence, and it is crucial to ensure that any modifications are safe for the public. Government regulation can help monitor and mitigate potential risk to public health. By regulating genetic editing, the government can ensure that the benefits of this technology are distributed fairly and that is accessible to all who need it. This can prevent the creation of a two-tier society and where only the wealthy can access advanced genetic treatments. Genetic editing can have significant impacts on the environment, particularly in agriculture. Regulation can help ensure that these changes are sustainable and do not lead to unintended consequences such as the destruction of ecosystems or the development of superweeds. Genetic editing has the potential to alter human nature and create new forms of life. Government regulation can help address these moral and ethical questions by establishing guidelines for acceptable uses of the technology.
For us, animal suffering, that has nothing to do with genetic engineering. That has to do with your morals about animal suffering. As far as messing with the evolution of life, we've been doing that since the beginning of civilization. We've been selectively breeding plants and animals for centuries, so it's not new. Should we control natural selection? Should we let nature run its course without intervening? The answer is no. If it wasn't no, then we wouldn't have a healthcare system and we'd be abandoning the sick and the downtrodden to die. Surviving would be about chance, not about intervention. Anyone who couldn't compete would die or not be allowed to reproduce. The truth is that with humans at the wheel, there's the opportunity for something better than what there is now. Yes, that does mean there's the opportunity for something worse as well. But it is a chance can we have to take because we'll get better at it as we go. We're simply gaining more control over what happens to us, which is good thing. It's infinitely better than leaving it to chance. I'd rather my parents choose my genes more than they already did when I was born. I'm sure they would have made me more attractive, more athletic, smarter, more confident in myself, more centered about how I see the world, and less likely to suffer from depression and anxiety. Why would I be mad at them for that? Of course, if they didn't choose that for me, I would have been screwed anyway having them as parents. But they aren't like that. They want the best for me just like every other parent. So yes, humans have been controlling the environment since the beginning of civilization. That's pretty much what agriculture means. So overall, we just need to be careful. That's all. And that end goal won't come when the technology is created. It will come at immense cost and much suffering as we work. Yun lang.
Address your concern about the discrimination. It will cause to wealthy or and poor people. I can understand why the argument is there, as the idea for our side is the same for something similar to plastic surgery. But we've mentioned that it will be regulated by the government. But if we focus on other methods, we can say that everyone will have access since most of the genetic mutation projects is handled by government. And ginagamit ng government yung mga natatapos nilang project to sustain our needs. So, madidistribute ito equally with proper rules and regulation. And also, to address your concern about the risk of creating new diseases while doing genetic editing, I can say na hindi natin kontrolado lahat and talaga may mag-occur na mga diseases kahit hindi tayo gumamit ng genetic editing. And makakatulong pa ang genetic editing to find cure sa mga illnesses or diseases na lilitaw. To summarize our side's argument, genetic editing can help to find cure or help prevent diseases and lower or fully remove the chance on passing down hereditary ailments. Genetic editing can also improve agricultural productivity through plant life as we have already done throughout
human history. In terms of regulation of genetic editing, the government can monitor the mitigate the potential risk to the public health by providing adequate rules and regulation, and also information and opportunity, as these are required for a government to serve their citizens. And that's all for our side's argument.
Safety genetic therapy may be too dangerous and genetic engineering may have unforeseen consequences. Discrimination, genetic therapy may discriminate against people with disabilities. Cause, genetic therapy may only be available to the wealthy. Social acceptance, widespread use of genetic therapy may make society less accepting of people who are different. Natural order, genetic engineering may go against the natural or supernatural order. Human dignity, heritable genome editing, interventions may conflict with human dignity. Accessibility, the large investment needed to continue developing the technology may make it inaccessible. Human genome integrity, heritability raises questions about a natural human genome and its role in human nature. Thank you.